Hey guys, welcome back to another video, man. Today, after Monday Night Football, the New Orleans Saints take down the Carolina Panthers 20-17. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn the bell on for more content. And don't forget to comment on my shorts and my community tab if you want to keep updated with me. Alright, we'll start passing. Derek Carr, 21 of 36. 228 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Give him time. This is going to be a Drew Brees thing where he comes early, doesn't play great, but still wins games. Just calm down, all right? And this is the second time I'm doing this, so I'm going to run by really fast, okay? Taysom Hill, 1 for 1, 8 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, okay? Rushing the ball wise, Taysom Hill was our MVP. 9 carries for 75 yards, 8.3 average, and 0 touchdowns. Okay, Tony Jones Jr., who came in for the injured Jamal Williams, had 12 carries for 34 yards, 2.8 average, and 2 touchdowns. And then Jamal Williams, who ended up leaving with a hamstring injury, had 9 carries for 29 yards, 3.2 average, 0 touchdowns. And then Derek Carr, 3 carries, -4 yards, -1.3 yards a carry, and 0 touchdowns. Now, back to up to date. Receiving, Chris Olave. 6 receptions, 86 yards, 14.3 average yards a catch, and 0 touchdowns, and a one-handed snag. And also had a touchdown, but it got called back as he stepped out of bounds. Alright, he is our #1 receiver. Plain and simple. I love Michael Thomas, but Olave is just him. Chris Olave is our #1 receiver. Okay? Alright. Rashid Shaheed. Pretty good game. 4 receptions for 63 yards. 15.8 average yards a catch and 0 touchdowns. He did his thing. Shaheed is our secret weapon. He's our game changer. You think you got him in check? Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Packers DBs, I'm warning you. No, you don't. Alright, next, Michael Thomas. 7 receptions, 55 yards, 7.9 yards a catch, and 0 touchdowns. Including that amazing butt catch, bro. Michael Thomas was going all over the Panthers defense. The Panthers defense cannot stop him all game. Okay? Foster Moreau, that connection is still alive. As Foster Moreau had 2 receptions for 20 yards, 10 yards a catch, and 0 touchdowns. Foster Moreau, he came in on a lot of red zone drives, but he was still efficient. Okay? And Juwan Johnson, who I am disappointed in, had 2 receptions, 13 yards, 6.5 average, and 0 touchdowns. I'm not sure how much times he got the ball thrown to him, but you have to catch more than 2 passes, okay? I don't know if it's on Carr or Johnson, but Juwan Johnson, you got to get open, make the catch, man. You were our leading touchdown receiver last year, man. Come on. Alright. Tony Jones Jr., 0 receptions, 0 yards, 0 average, 0 touchdowns. And then Keith Kirkwood, 0 receptions, 0 yards, 0 average, 0 touchdowns. Don't care. But then Taysom Hill had 1 reception for -1 yards, -1 yard a catch, and 0 touchdowns. Okay, no one cares. Defensively, Marcus May is him. He's him. With 6 tackles as a safety, 1 assist, 1 sack, 0 interceptions. That's stuff we like to see, man. Alontae Taylor, 5 tackles, 0 sacks, 0 picks. Taylor, baby. Just keep getting him down to the ground. Alright, Demario Davis was acting like he was in his 20s. Like he was 24, 25, 26 or something. That man had 4 tackles, 3 assists, 1 sack, 0 interceptions. But good stuff, Demario. Alright. Pete Werner, 3 tackles, 4 assists, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. He did his thing. Alright, Tyrann Mathieu had 3 tackles, 2 assists, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. He did his thing. Marshawn Lattimore If your number one receiver is Adam Thielen and you're going up against Marshall Lattimore, it's GG's. That's why Lattimore had 3 tackles, 2 assists, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. My boy Laddie Daddy. Paulson Adebo, 3 tackles, 1 assist, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. Good stuff, Adebo. Alright, Colin Saunders, 3 tackles, 1 assist, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. Let's go with Carl Granderson is going to be our breakout player. I thought he was going to be Peyton Turner, but then after he got injured last week, it's probably out of the question that he's not going to be it. But Granderson might be our breakout player this season. 2 tackles, 0 assists, 1 sack, and 0 interceptions. He has back-to-back weeks with at least a sack, bro. That's just amazing. And Cameron Jordan, kind of disappointing, but he is like almost 108 years old. I'm just kidding, man. I love you, Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan had 1 tackle, 3 assists, 0 sacks, 0 picks. Yeah, boy. Alright. Nathan Shepard had 1 tackle, 1 assist, 1 sack, 0 interceptions. This is what I like about our D-line. Our D-line is getting to the pressure. Our D-line is getting to Bryce Young, to any quarterback. We got to Tannehill, Bryce Young, and now this week we're after Jordan Love. Alright. And then here, Malcolm Roach, 0 tackles, 2 assists, 0 sacks, 0 picks. Alright. Tony Jones Jr., 0 tackles, 0 assists, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. Okay. And then Lonnie Johnson Jr. had 0 tackles, 0 assists, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. JT Gray, who's coming off of an injury, mostly plays special teams like we always say. 0 tackles, 0 assists, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. And then Tano Compasino had 0 tackles, 1 assist, 0 sacks, 0 picks. Brian Brees, who I was disappointed in, but to be fair, I didn't watch the entire game, but because I had things to do. So he had 0 tackles, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions, 0 assists. I'm not sure if Brees got hurt. I hope he did not, but yeah. And then kick returns. Rashid Shaheed, 2 returns for 47 yards, 23.5 average, 0 touchdowns. Good stuff, Shaheed. And then they have DeMarco Jackson on kick returns. I'm not sure why. And then punt returns. Rashid Shaheed, 1 return, 16 yards, 16 yards of return, 0 touchdowns. Good stuff. And kicking the ball wise, Blake Grupe is amazing. We won the Will Lutz trade. I don't care. Blake Grupe was 2 for 2, 100%. His longest was a 28-yarder and had 8 points. And punting the ball, Lou Headley, 5 punts, 210 yards, averaged 42 yards a punt, and 2 punts inside the 20. Lou Headley, I know his first punt was pretty terrible, or wasn't good, but he cleaned his stuff up, alright? Now the Panthers, we destroyed them. Bryce Young, 22 of 33, 153 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, locked, and most of those stats were in garbage time. No wonder they got Andy Dalton and they put him in for a play. Then running the ball, Miles Sanders had 14 carries for 43 yards, 3.1 average, and 0 touchdowns. I told y'all, bro. We'll lock y'all up. We'll lock y'all up if you try to run the ball. Alright, Bryce Young had 2 carries for 34 yards, 17 yards a run, and 0 touchdowns. Bryce Young, I remember that he had 1 play where just ran for a bunch of yards, but it's whatever. Chuba Hubbard, 2 carries, 16 yards, 8 yards a run, 0 touchdowns. I'm surprised they did not run Chuba a lot, because I know he played well against Atlanta. I'm surprised that they didn't run him like they did last week. Then Laviska Shenault Jr. had 1 carry for 7 yards carry, 0 touchdowns. Our receiving, lock. Adam Thielen, 7 receptions, 54 yards, 7.7 yards a catch, 1 touchdown. Good stuff, defense. Let's go. Chuba Hubbard, 5 receptions, 34 yards, 6.8 average, 0 touchdowns. Jonathan Mingo, though, we have to clamp up Mingo next time. Jonathan Mingo had 3 receptions for 26 yards, 8.7 average, 0 touchdowns. Mingo's doing his thing. Jonathan Mingo was doing his thing when he got the ball thrown to him. Hayden Hurst, 3 receptions, 20 yards, 6.7 average, 0 touchdowns. You got locked up. DJ Chark Jr., who I have on my fantasy, I think I benched him though, I'm not sure. But DJ Chark Jr., coming off of his injury, did nothing. 1 reception, 15 yards to catch, 0 touchdowns. He sucks. Miles Sanders, 3 receptions, 4 yards, 1.3 yards to catch, 0 touchdowns. Miles Sanders, you suck against this defense. Face it. I don't know what that was. Alright, Panthers defense. CJ Henderson, 6 tackles, 1 assist, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. You suck. Kamu Grugier-Hill, didn't know that dude was still alive. He had 5 tackles, 1 assist, 1 sack, 0 interceptions. Okay, so he did cool. Dante Jackson, 5 tackles, 1 assist, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. By the way, everybody see lots of sack numbers. Offensive line, clean up. Okay? Because Frankie Louvu had 4 tackles, 5 assists, 2 sacks, and 0 interceptions. Okay. Xavier Woods, 4 tackles, 4 assists, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. I like Xavier Woods. He's amazing. He's not amazing, but he's a good player. He's underrated in my book. Derek Brown, 4 tackles, 3 assists, 0 sacks, 0 picks. That's cool. Jeremy Chin, Von Bell. Von Bell, 3 tackles, 3 assists, 0 sacks, 1 interception. Man, Von Bell, you should be getting interceptions in black and gold, not blue and whatever. It's okay. Alright, Jeremy Chin had 2 tackles, 0 assists, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. Deshaun Williams, 2 tackles, 1 assist, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. Shaq Thompson, non-existent, 2 tackles, 1 assist, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. Troy Hill, 2 tackles, 0 assists, 0 sacks, 0 picks. Troy Hill, I just read him. Justin Houston, forgot that dude was even alive, but Justin Houston, 1 tackle, 1 assist, half a sack, 0 interceptions. Nick Thurman, 1 tackle, 1 assist, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. Yetur Gross-Matos, who I also like, had 0 tackles, 2 assists, half a sack, 0 interceptions. Brian Burns. Do you hear that? Huh? Wait. I don't hear nothing. I thought Brian Burns was going to tear up Derek Carr. I thought Brian Burns was going to get after the quarterback. Why did he do that 0 times? Because last time I checked, Brian Burns had 0 tackles, 2 assists, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. But I thought he was going to tear up Derek Carr, right? Alright. Shy Tuttle, former Saint, 0 tackles, 2 assists, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. Amari Barno had 0 tackles, 0 assists, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. Deshaun Jameson had 0 tackles, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions, 0 assists. Let's see, and then Tommy Tremble finished it with 0 tackles, 0 assists, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. They had no kick returns, but punt returns, let's see here. Amir Smith-Marset had 2 returns for 15 yards, 7.5 average, 0 touchdowns. Kicking the ball, Eddie Pinheiro was 3 for 3, 100%. His longest was 54-yarder, and he had 9 points. Johnny Hecker, 5 punts, 239 yards, 47.8 average, and 2 inside the 20. Alright, that's cool. Now for team stats. The Saints picked up 341 total yards, while the Panthers only picked up 239 yards. Their defense is like that. And the Saints had 207 passing yards, while the Panthers had 139. Who dat? Then the Saints had 134 rushing yards compared to the Panthers' 100 rushing yards. Boom. And then the Saints averaged 4.6 yards per play, while the Panthers only averaged 4.3 yards per play. And the Saints picked up 23 first downs, while the Panthers only picked up 14 on our defense, and most of that was in garbage time. The Saints were 7 of 16 on third downs, while the Panthers were 4 for 14. Lockdown. And then the Saints were 0 for 0 on fourth down conversions, while the Panthers were 1 for 1. Cool. The Saints had 74 total plays, and the Panthers had 56. The reason that we blew y'all out of the water in total plays is because y'all defense is going to do a thing, and your offense is going to do a thing. Deal with it. And the Saints allowed 4 sacks, while the Panthers allowed 4 sacks. Please don't do that ever again in your life. Please. Okay? The Saints punted the ball 5 times compared to the Panthers punting the ball 5 times. The Saints had 3 penalties for 32 yards. Alright, we're not getting too many penalties, so that's good. While the Panthers had 6 penalties for 35 yards. Saints lost 0 fumbles. Panthers lost 1 fumble. Don't know who picked it up, but that's alright. Saints threw 1 interception, while Panthers threw 0 interceptions. Saints had the ball 32 minutes, 49 seconds, while Panthers had the ball 27 minutes and 11 seconds. Yeah. But that's basically it. We went down to Bank of America Stadium and pulled out the W because we don't take no L's. Saints are 2-0, Panthers 0-2. We play the Green Bay Packers next. They're 1-1. Alright. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave y'all. As always, Who Dat?